What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the office pool. I got my man Alex Lockhart in the building. Alex, what's up, man? What's going on with you?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? Let's check in. Let's check in.
Hey, we're week 13's down. We're ready for week 14. But let's get into these picks, man, that we did for week 13 because we had some very, very interesting picks, man. And crazy thing about it is we had to come down to a tiebreaker
Yes.
for the under over for the Sunday night game, which was crazy.
Yes.
So shoot,
Let's start with that.
let's you want to start with the last game first?
I mean, what you want to do? I like that. I mean, it was that intense. That was a good. It was a good week for everybody.
Let's go. Let's go. Back in our regular order.
Let's do it.
I feel uncomfortable with trying right now. We've been making it happen so nice. It's been so smooth. All right, so let's get into week 13. Our week 13 picks, man. Lockhart and I, we went 7-4. We both went 7-4, and we had to come down to that tiebreaker that helped us out. That actually put me over the top.
You did. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I am. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better. Let's get to this first game, man. The Saints. I'm sorry. The Colts and the Titans.
Colts and the Titans.
Yeah, we always split against the Colts, man. And I'm telling you, man, I love the way Garner Minshew has been playing. I love the way Michael Pittman Jr. has been doing his thing, the young receiver. And I'm riding with the Colts, man. And I rode with them this week, man. 31-28, Tennessee, man. What was your take on that?
I mean, I watched that one from front to back, and Tennessee had a stronghold on them, and the Colts didn't want to back down. And I saw that fight that you mentioned in the last few episodes. I saw that resilience and that willingness for that Colts football team to just not back down. And as the season progresses, you're seeing that this is a grown man sport. And as much people think that people want to throw games, these people want to throw down. And, hats off to the Colts for putting up a fight and coming back and staying in that game. And you got the best of them. You won that one.
Hey, quiet as it's kept, man. Minshew Mania is in Indianapolis. You hear me? Minshew Mania is in Minneapolis. Indianapolis. Not Minneapolis. Next game was the Atlanta Falcons at the Jets, man. I believe we both chose the Falcons on that one because we knew that was like a losing cause for the Jets.
Correct.
They're a terrible season. And behind Robinson and Atlanta Falcons offense, they got some points on the board.
Correct. Atlanta's doing their thing. They're staying consistent. You can count on them against subpar teams. Right now, I don't see a lot of heavy competition coming out of the division. But Atlanta. I think that we both picked Atlanta for obvious reasons. So
Yeah.
And the Jets still put up a fight though. They didn't back down.
Yeah. Well, the Falcons are 6-6. They're at 500, and more woes for the New York Jets at 4-8. Moving into this week 14. Next game was the Detroit Lions in Nowlands down at the Saints, man.
Right.
We both picked Detroit. It was scary because I watched that game from front to back.
Right.
And I was like, man, it was worse than trying to watch my Cowboys play.
That was a tough game. That was very entertaining. Again, grown man sport. Any given Sunday. I think you said it best. Any given Sunday, right? We picked the Lions because the Lions. Well, I picked the Lions because the Lions again have shown that fight week in and week out. And for me, I mean, it was a sure bet, and I'm glad I got that win. Even though it looked like the Saints were they weren't trying to back down.
Well, the Saints never back down. I don't believe I've seen the New Orleans play this year, even though they're 5-7. I have not seen them back down to a challenge yet. And again, they had those quarterback problems. Carr getting hurt and then having the split between Taysom Hill. It's kind of hard for the Saints this year. But hey, man, they don't back down. Their defense still plays. Hats off to the Detroit Lions, man. They're now 9-3. Jared Goff, amazing game, man. 16-25, 213 yards and 2 TDs. Hey, Jared Goff is in Detroit for a reason. So, and it shows. Again, 9-3, 9-3, nine.
Uh,
Say it with me, 9-3.
9-3. No, that's a
Right.
big. That's big numbers, man. Those Detroit fans, they got something to be proud of out there in Detroit.
Exactly. So next game was our split again. You picked the Texans
I did.
at home
I
versus the
did.
Broncos. Hey, I was still on the Russell Wilson train. I'm still gonna be on the Russell Wilson train. It was a pretty good game, man. You know, the old man, even though he had those three interceptions, he was still 15 of 28, 186 yards, and he still had a touchdown in the air. But CJ Stroud, man, you can't you can't count him out. You can't
Right.
count him out. 16 to 27, 274 yards and a touchdown, leading his team to another win. And the Houston Texans, they're in that thing.
Man, I'm telling you like this. I'm slowly coming over to the Broncos side, man.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen them play. I've only go back and I see recaps, and so I took the time. I was like, man, what's all this fuss about? And they actually moved. They're giving them more showtime now. Before, when the season started off, you couldn't see nothing but the highlights. Now you're seeing them getting network time in
yeah,
play, and
especially on CBS. Yeah,
yeah,
um,
absolutely, man.
hey, Denver Broncos with that loss, they're still at 500.
Correct.
Houston Texans moved to 7-5, and
Yep.
you can't say enough good things about CJ Stroud in his rookie campaign at quarterback, man. Can't.
Well, I'm saying like this. Here in Carolina, every time he has a good game, it puts more pressure on Bryce Young and our organization, obviously because of
You think
the
so?
coach. Oh, do I? That's man. So we got different algorithms. I'm a Carolina fan, so all my algorithms popping up Carolina Panthers. You Cowboys, so I used to talk about Cowboys. All that fandom stuff
Mm-hmm.
on my algorithm on my social medias. It's like, man, did you see what Stroud did? We could have had Stroud. We could have had Stroud. We could
Yeah,
have
you guys could have had CJ Stroud.
Yeah, so that's
Uh,
what I mean by that. Everybody,
I, I think CJ Stroud was put in a better position because uh
the pieces around him.
yeah, the pieces around him made him better, and it made him play the way he's used to playing.
Used to playing. Yeah.
Uh, Bryce
Absolutely.
Young, he was thrown into a situation where you got rid of your best offensive weapon. You traded him to San Francisco
Right.
um,
Right.
for that pick, and then you
DJ Moore.
with the offensive line and then the weapons around him. He has no, you know.
Yeah.
I think Michael Irvin said it a couple of weeks ago. He doesn't have any number ones at receiver that can help him out.
Yeah. No. No.
It's not talking bad about him, but
Yeah.
those guys, if they want to be number ones, they got to step up. And
Yeah.
and then again, the offensive line has got to stop Bryce Young from running for his life. But we'll get into that and down the line with the Carolina Panthers against the Buccaneers. Next game, the Chargers and the Patriots. We both picked the Chargers on this one, man. At Boston,
Right.
the Patriots
But-
came to this thing with a goose egg, man. Tell me what your thoughts was.
So here's my thing, man. I'm not going to be betting with the Patriots. So shout out to DraftKings and our betting partners over at DraftKings. Guaranteed, Lockhart won't be betting on the Patriots. You know what I mean? Like Chargers did their thing, and they did it. Again, people come to play, man. Any given Sunday, you never know, right? But that matchup, Chargers in Boston, it wasn't a flip of a coin for me. I put my foot down and knew I was going with the Chargers on that one.
Yeah. Shout out to Justin Herbert, leading him. Even though he didn't throw for a touchdown, he led that drive in the second quarter to get them 6 points on the board. So if it wasn't for that, it would have been a 0-0 tie, which would have been a visible watch NFL game in history.
Right.
Moving on, man. We both were surprised with this game. The Cardinals came to Pittsburgh. We both had Pittsburgh, and then a rain happened. Like it was a monsoon down there. It was terrible. It was like it was I can't even describe it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with the kids.
The Cardinals won 28.
We're watching the game.
10 on that one.
we're watching the game, and they did an actual delay of game where the fans left the stadium, the players left the field. I'm thinking it was some type of terrorist threat. I'm looking like, what happened? Why they emptied the stadium? It was just that bad of a downpour, which kept the game low numbers. But again, there still is no excuse for the Cardinals to come to Pittsburgh and leave with a W. Oh, disappointed in that.
Well, I think the play of James Conner, it made a difference, man. That's I was looking for James Conner, and I picked James as one of my running backs this week.
Detective James Conner.
James Conner, um, 25 carries for 105 yards and two TDs.
That did it. That did it.
And Pittsburgh couldn't stop him.
That's it.
And then Kyler Murray, he got into his flow again. Kyler had he was 13 to 23 for 148 and a touchdown. No, 146 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers had to depend on Mitch Trubisky because their QB1 was hurt. Which Mitch actually he did a good job of stepping up.
Did a great job getting next man up and stepping up and being a grown man about his business. You're right. Because it could have got real ugly.
Could have got really ugly. Pittsburgh, they're 7-6 still. Arizona Cardinals moved to 3-10. That's 3 wins. One of which was on my beloved Cowboys. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Right. Go figure. Go figure. You know what I mean? Go figure the matchup, right?
Yeah. So this next game was one of the games, the other games that we split on, and I said because of Washington's resilience. Miami MIA came and bought some bad weather,
right,
and a bunch of touchdowns to Washington.
Yeah, run the clip from last week.
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop that guy, man. The cheetah. Hats off to him, man. Tyreek Hill, just 5 receptions for 157 yards and 2 TDs. You can't catch that man in a 3-yard box.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa showing out again, 18 to 24, 280 yards and 2 TDs.
Yeah.
Too much for Sam Howell and the guys, man. Sam didn't even he couldn't even he got a rushing touchdown, but no passing touchdowns, and then that crucial interception that might have helped him out at the end of the second half.
It was a tough fight, and it was a tough fight. And going in, Ron Rivera, head coach, was doing the defensive calls for the defensive coordinator is no longer there. So Ron Rivera, which used to be a defensive coordinator and was a head coach in Carolina, was calling all the defensive plays, and that's a tough thing to call against Tyreek. You got to double him down. A lot of teams right now in the NFL don't have people you have to double down. You have to double down on this guy. You have to have a safety over the top, and you got to bump this guy at the line. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. It didn't matter at all. And that's how I chose my pick, man. And man, hats off to Tyreek. What up, big dog? You did your thing, and you're gonna continue to do it. So Tyreek Hill, he's a monster, man. He's a monster. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Next game, we'll get back to this. We're getting back to the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers. Hey. Like you said last week, man, the Carolina Panthers are going to put up a fight.
Yes, we are.
You're not going to blow them out, and they're going to try to put themselves in a position to sneak away with a win. Unfortunately, that didn't happen against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. The Bucs came out 21-18. Give me your take on Carolina. I
mean, so I make a fair assessment as any anybody on the outside looking at it, right? Agreed. A very strong point there, TD. Very strong point because we're not getting smashed and ran over, right? We're staying in the fight where it's like, oh, we might win this one. We didn't win it, right? So when you look at the box scores week in and week out, the Carolina Panthers, if you didn't watch the game, you're thinking, oh, that might have been a good game. Well, the people that watched the game was like, nah, that was horrible, it really was. It's just like you said, we staying close enough to put ourselves in a position to win with the pieces we have, which to your point, once those pieces start falling in line, once we got somebody we know has to run long, and it's because right now the defense, the other team coming in on Sunday, they can say, yeah, we can play man-to-man. Matter of fact, they can say we can play zone. Bryce ain't going to go nowhere, right? Receivers ain't going past. They're going to stay within 15. Then nobody's going deep. We don't have a deep threat. We don't have anybody coming out the backfield to panic about. So at this point, it's a building time for us. We're gonna have there's gonna be 3 coaches that coach Young. You know what I mean? Already in his first season, 3 different people trying to tell him how to do his job. So we've got some work to do at Carolina, and when it starts coming together, I'm gonna be here for it. You see, I'm not switching up. I'm NC to the death. Let's go.
Well, I really want to see Chuba Hubbard get more carries like he did that game. He had 25 carries for 104 yards and 2 TDs.
Right. That's strong.
That element, if they can strengthen that up, and get Chuba Hubbard those types of carries and get Bryce Young some protection, I believe that's going to help him out, moving forward.
I agree with you there.
So Carolina Panthers, the woes continue at 1-11. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think they're 5-7.
And look, I'm still cheering for the Panthers. I'm just not betting on them. That's it. That's it.
Yes, sir. That's definitely understood. This next game was my underdog.
Next game.
I picked San Francisco 49ers. They were underdogs for that game. And they demolished Philadelphia, who was 9-1, coming into that game with the best record, still the best record in the NFL at 10-2. However, San Francisco, man, it looked kind of ugly for San Francisco in that first drive because Philadelphia kept the ball the entire first quarter.
Correct.
The entire first quarter.
Correct.
San Francisco's first quarter production was -5 yards.
Right.
In the first quarter. And then all of a sudden it was an explosion.
Explosive. What? Drop the beat. It was explosive.
4 TDs. Christian McCaffrey, not quite 100 yards or 93 yards on 17 carries, but still that 1 touchdown and those crucial swing pass catches that he caught. He was a check down guy for Brock Purdy in those emergency situations. But hey, man.
Yeah, and I think that was all by design. And you know what? Great pick on that one. And what I let fool me was the Eagles' record and the Eagles' momentum being home in Philadelphia. You would think, because I was like, well, why are the 49ers the underdog? Right? Remember that was my comment. I was like, how are they the underdog? Right? Yeah. And then so then I went off this whole underdog deal and played myself and chose wrong, because I'm with them Niners. Like, I'm with them. Like, I'm 100% with them. But I felt like
you was 99.9% with him this last week.
And you know what I mean? Like, I was on the fence on who to pick, and I only picked based off the home field advantage. You going from West Coast to East Coast, right? You're going into one of the most heavy fan base. Like they're like number 2, if not number 1 fan base, right? Yeah. Of like screaming, raging fans. I'm gonna give you boys Cowboys number 1, but I think Eagles are up there when it comes to that fan base. And
I think the Eagles got us with the fans, bro.
They got some wicked fans, bro. Like, they will talk about your child in front of you. Like, so I really felt like, okay, from a betting standpoint and trying to win against you, the professional at these picks, I was like, I gotta go with the Eagles. And man, watching that game, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And on the one time I would have 100% went with the Niners, I go, you know what I mean, Eagles. And I got mopped up on that one.
Yeah. Well,
but Hurts left the game for a little while. That wasn't a determining factor solely, but I think the way the game plan that the Niners had coming in, using Caffrey as the drop down, as the swing, the Eagles didn't know what to do, and they couldn't. They were on their heels the whole time, and San Francisco was on the gas the whole time. Man, shout out to the 49ers, man.
Yeah,
who I did pick to go to the Super Bowl.
The now 9-3. The now 9-3 San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. Yep.
Hey, shouts out to you guys. Debo, hey, you deboed your way on offense last week, brother. Hats off to you. That was my underdog pick of the week. 49ers 42, Philadelphia Eagles 19 in Philly.
Yes, sir. You gotta tuck your chain when Debo come to town.
Yeah. Tuck your chain.
You gotta tuck your chain. I'm just gonna tuck mine in.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tuck mine in. Debo Samuels, man.
So let's move on to the Browns in LA against the Rams.
I took the underdog on that one, I think.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Actually, yeah. The Rams were the underdog in that one, and I picked Cleveland because Cleveland's stingy defense, and they were above 500. They were 7-4. Yeah, they were 7-4 last week.
Coming in, yeah.
Coming into that game, and the Rams were struggling just to get to 500. So, you got me on that one, man.
Yeah, yeah.
22 or 37 yards, 22 or 37, 279 yards, and 3 TDs.
Correct.
They look like the Super Bowl caliber Rams.
Yeah. The Rams came to play, and like I said, Cleveland has convinced not just you, but a lot of people that they are who they say they are. And this game just was a matter of personnel. When you line up certain men against certain men, there's some Davids and some Goliaths, and the Davids of the Rams came and knocked Goliath out on Sunday. So I'm glad I got that win. The underdog story came to me on that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great underdog pick, Lock. Next game, the Chiefs and the Packers, which should have been my underdog pick of the week because I picked the Packers on this one, and this was a deciding factor, man.
That was the best pick of the week for you, bro.
Like I said, man, I believed in Jordan Love, man. I believed in that Green Bay Packers defense and those young guys on the offense in Green Bay. They have shown me time and time again that you're not going to come to Lambeau Field and you're not going to embarrass us. Even though we're a struggling team. We're 500. Fighting to get to 500. They showed Kansas City a thing or two about resilience, man. Again, Jordan Love, 25 of 38, 287 yards and 3 TDs. To Mahomes, 21, 33 of 210 yards, 1 TD, and that crucial interception that helped Green Bay get that drive to just get out and step on the gas, man. So,
hey, let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. That game wasn't even close, and I was shocked. I mean, it was Green Bay.
You said it wasn't going to be close last week.
I mean, because I picked like 28-14, right? And I'm thinking, okay, and I picked 28-14. Kansas City putting up 28.
Yeah.
Your argument was that Green Bay's going to have to put up points to win. We both knew that they were going to have to put up major points to win.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, this was one of the tiebreakers for us for this week, or for last week rather. And Green Bay, man, convincingly got that win. And and Kansas City tried to stay close the best they could, but you could tell the dominant side. It went hats off to Green Bay Packers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Green Bay moves to 6-6, man. Again, that was a tiebreaker. I chose Green Bay and I chose the over. My score was 24-21, which is almost right there on the nose at 27-19. So
yeah,
that was a tough week, man.
That's why you the big boss, boy. That's why you the big boss. Look at you calling the prediction on there.
I felt that one. I went
clearly.
Yeah. So hats off to me. In my opinion, this week, hats off to my man Alex Lockhart, man, and he actually just, he always keeps it competitive with me, man. That
was a good one.
Alone, he won't let me win peace.
That made for a great Sunday's football. Our picks made for some great Sunday football, man.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to get in next week.
Well, we get ready to go into these next week, NFL Week 14. So stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this quick break. We've got our NFL Sunday picks of the week for Week 14. Hey, can Locke pull away from me this week now that I'm feeling better, or is TD going to get the week again? We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Get my office pool pack Spanish. Drink. What the hell? Who drank all my lemonade and just put water and lemon juice in here? Y'all sorry. This ain't Calvin's. Calvin's! I hate working here.
Week 14.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Office Pool. We're back. I got my man Alex Lockhart in the building, and we can review these Week 14 NFL picks. Alex, how you feel this week, man? How you
man.
picks?
Hey, man, another day, another dollar. It's Week 14. I'm here for it. Count me in. I'm here for it.
All right.
I need a win. I need another W right now.
Look, man, I was sick.
Yes, you were. But your picks were not.
I was sick.
Your picks were strong, though.
All right, let's get into it, man. Week 14, first game. We've got the Houston Texans at the New York Jets, man. Who you got, Lock?
I'm going with the Texans, bro. Going with the Texans of Houston. And I'll actually be in Houston, not this week. So I'll be in Houston next weekend, 14, 15, 16. Shout out to the Houston Texans, that organization. I think they have a strong organization. They put up some major numbers last week. And they continue to play. They had a tough opponent in Russell Wilson. I don't think the Jets are going to be as tough. So I'm going to definitely go with the Texans out there.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets will win that game. You know, it's no slight against the Jets. The Houston Texans and CJ Stroud and those young kids are balling.
Yes, they are. They got a good rhythm going.
They're giving some promise to what Houston Texans could be. So I'm not picking the Jets. I'm not picking the Houston Texans because I know the Jets are going to lose. I'm picking the Houston Texans because I know the Houston Texans are going to win.
Listen at you. Okay then. Okay, then. Yeah, I feel strongly about Texas. Also, I mean, the Jets. As much as they've been trying to put it together, I don't think they put it together this Sunday. So I'm going with the Texans.
Sure. Yes, sir. Next game, 1:00 in Baltimore. Hey, we got sunny LA coming out to Chocolate City, man. We got Rams. We got the Rams and the Ravens. Who you got, brother?
All right, when you go Rams and you go Ravens, I gotta go Ravens. Baltimore. Shout out to the big homie Stretch. That's his team. That purple and gold versus the blue and gold. I'm going Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. I think it may be close. I'm glad we don't have to pick the score on that particular one. I don't know who the underdog is. Most likely the Rams.
The Rams are the underdog.
Okay, yeah, but I don't see the Rams coming to town and leaving with a W. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, I think I'm also going with the Baltimore Ravens. And look, man, I'm not trying to piggyback off you. I know the big homie
sounds like it.
But the Ravens are 9-3, and the Rams are struggling. You know, they were struggling just to get back to 6-6. However, Matthew Stafford had a great game last week, but I see Lamar Jackson and these Baltimore Ravens priming themselves for the playoffs. So I also have the Ravens on this game.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see.
My thoughts exactly. It sounds like you're just going to pick whoever I pick, but I'm okay with that. I mean, that's the best way to win.
We are definitely going the same way on these first three.
Right.
The next game is going to be the Carolina Panthers in New Orleans at the Saints.
Carolina Panthers in New Orleans.
Yep. 1:00 p.m. Who you got, Lock? I know you're a Panthers fan.
So again, I tell anybody around me, man, you can't pick with your heart. I love my Carolina Panthers. Everybody in my city, y'all know I love my boys. I know I love my Panthers. And it's just so hard to bet on the Panthers right now. And now you're going into New Orleans, which is a divisional game. Right? We know their organization. They know us. We're going into a dome. I think it'll be really, really close. I want to pick the Panthers on this one. I'm not going to lie. I really want to pick the Panthers on it.
Put you down for the Panthers?
I can't. I gotta go Saints. I do, but I want to pick the Panthers. Like, this is the one I was like, you know what? If I had to pick one, it'd be a divisional game inside in the dome. You know what I mean? But we've been exposed, bro. Like, we've been so exposed. And when people look at the tape, they know exactly how to get to us. They know exactly how to win. And I just feel like, you know, the Saints are going to be prepared. And the Panthers, like I said, this just might not be our year.
Yeah, I'm looking for Alvin Kamara to have a good game, man. He had a really good game last week, and I'm looking for him to step that thing up and get those carries and get those catches out the backfield, utilizing that mismatch against him versus the linebacker on defense. So we both got the Saints on that one.
Yeah.
The next game might be the splitter on this one. This is in Cincinnati. Indianapolis is coming. The Colts are coming to the Bengals. That's going to be Sunday at 1 p.m. We got locked.
Okay, so I'm slowly liking what the Colts are doing. I am.
I knew it.
And this, it might be the split, but it's again, the only reason it's a split because I'm picking home team. I don't think the Colts go into Cincinnati and leave with the W. I need to check. I wish I could do these picks a couple more days down the week, but I got my big boy pants on. I'm gonna pick this early in the week. I don't know who's injured. I don't know who's gonna be starting, but just for on paper, I can see the Colts coming out 3 points win. But I feel like it's gonna be a tough fight. I'm gonna go Cincinnati at Cincinnati over the Colts.
That's a pretty good pick. Cincinnati, even though they're 6-6, man, they're still a really good team, and they have really good weapons on offense, especially with Jamar Chase.
Right.
But I got to go with my Colts again, man.
You might get it.
I got to go with the Colts again, bro. Gardner Minshew Mania is in Indianapolis, okay?
Right.
And he's got that weapon in that young Michael Pittman Jr., who has had, I think it's 800-yard games.
I think the word you're looking for is flag. They're feeling themselves right now.
Yeah. Michael Pittman Jr., man, is no joke at receiver, and he's a go-to guy for Gardner Minshew. And I got the Colts, man.
Good luck with that one. I got Cincinnati. I'm gonna stick with Cincinnati home team on that one. Only because it's a 50-50 for me. 50-50, I'm taking the home team.
Okay. Let's go with the Buccaneers and the Falcons at 1 p.m. Tampa Bay is 5-7. Falcons are 6. We can't even do an underdog pick of the week on this one. They're both.
Yeah, I'm going with the ATL. 2 up, 2 down. ATL Falcons go. Yep. 2
what
up.
Is it?
2 up, 2 down.
Okay. I can't do it. Peace up.
8 times down. Yeah.
Okay.
Peace up 8 times down. So I'm going with the ATL Georgia Falcons on that one. I like the rhythm that they have. They have again, they started off rough at the beginning of the season, but what they're putting together on this back end, and it's a divisional game. They both know each other. The organizations know each other well. You said that's a 1 o'clock game?
Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock game Sunday.
They're playing in the Dome in Mercedes. ATL all day. ATL got that.
Well, I have the Falcons as well, man. I believe, Bijan Robinson is only going to get more carries, and he's only going to get stronger, as we get late in the season. And it's just it's a practice run for next season for the Atlanta Falcons in that offense. I believe that the Falcons are going to come out with this win in ATL.
Yeah, I just jotted it down. I just put it down on paper. Almost lost my pen, but yeah, I believe the Falcons are going to get that one.
Hey, next game, man, at 1 o'clock in Cleveland, the Jaguars are coming to the Browns. You got locked.
So here's the thing: Cleveland, they did lose last week. I don't see them losing 2 in a row in Cleveland. However, I'm not betting against Jacksonville. Shout out to Duval County. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Write me down. Jacksonville goes in there and comes out with the win. Jacksonville over the Browns.
Okay. I'm kind of torn on this because I know Cleveland. I know how Cleveland can be, and I know how stingy they are on defense. Jacksonville's coming in at 6-4, and in Cleveland, with a 7-5 record, and rightfully so. I believe Cleveland is going to take this game.
Okay, good luck. So that'll be 2 right there. Let me make sure you got you down for that one, and I got you down for that Bengals. I put an L beside both of them.
The Colts are going to beat Cincinnati, man. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I mean, they may put up a fight. I'm hoping to take it. Hey, look, it's the Christmas season, man. I'm trying to take no L's. Okay.
Hey,
How was the season?
next game, I could do underdog pick of the week, but I'm definitely not gonna do underdog pick of the week. Detroit
Oh,
is coming to Chicago. One of the longest rivalries in the history of the NFL.
You watch the matchup? Was that week 10, week 9, week 10?
Mhm.
And yep, and it was tight. And matter of fact, wait a minute, it was very tight. I want to say Chicago. It was Chicago in Detroit or Detroit in Chicago. It was Chicago in
They,
Detroit.
they were in Detroit.
So this time it's in Soldier Field.
Yeah, it's in Soldier
Okay,
Field.
I got Detroit Lions. It's Soldier Field.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and Chicago's good, and they've been putting some plays together. But Detroit Lions is just better. Detroit Lions, let's go.
Okay.
Shout out to Slim Shady.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay with you on that one. I'm also gonna take Detroit. I don't really know if Justin Fields is back yet. Was he out for the season?
I'm not sure he's out for the season. That's another determining factor. And again, to me, this is not a 50-50 split game. So the home away didn't matter. I know they put up a tough fight up there in Detroit and Chicago. I mean, they're right there. They're neighbors. And the fan base is going to be strong. It's going to be a really good game. I got Detroit Lions coming out with the W.
Okay. Next game is going to be our first 4:00 game at 4:05 in San Fran. The Seahawks, two West Coast teams, two strong West Coast teams. Who you got locked? Seahawks or the 49ers on that one?
I'm writing San Francisco as we speak. I will not, again, I picked them to win the Super Bowl. They will be advancing to 10-4. Shout out to C-Mac. It's going down. It's going down. They are swag surfing through every opponent right now. They have imposing their will on defense, and they are shining on offense. 49ers, y'all fan base, hey, congratulations. It's a good year for the 49ers. I'm going with San Francisco.
Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be my underdog pick of the week.
Oh, that's a terrible pick. I'm gonna tell you now.
I've got
you losing money on that one, dog.
I've got the Seahawks, man. I watched the way Geno Smith played against the Cowboys,
Yes.
and I saw some sparks of what could be in Seattle's future.
Right.
Again, this
Future
is
as in Sunday.
I'm picking it because we have to have an underdog pick of the week. And that's mainly that's the main deciding factor. However, I think Geno Smith and that Seahawks defense can match up, and it's not going to be a high scoring game. I got the Seahawks, man. I got Seattle.
All right, you went with Seattle. That's 3 L's right there, bro. Good gracious. Well, you don't mind taking no losses on a Sunday. I'm not trying to take no losses. Let's go.
Next 4:00 game, man. 4:00 in Vegas. Speaking of sports gambling, the Minnesota Vikings are coming to the Raiders.
Yes, indeed.
In Las Vegas, man. Golly, it's one of those battle of the bottom games. Minnesota is barely 500, and Las Vegas is 5-7.
Yeah.
You got, man.
So this is a tough one now. Underdog, I guess they're both pretty horrible right now, record-wise. Minnesota, I did see, was it the week before? Minnesota put up some really good numbers, and they some really good fight. I did see that energy. I don't know what's going on in the head office or even in the locker room with Devontae Adams in the Raiders, because you figure you got a player like that. That's like, that's Devontae Adams. On your mark, you set, go, throw it to him, and they haven't been able to put that rhythm together. However, in Nevada, I'm going to go with the Raiders to advance.
Oh, with the Raiders?
I'm gonna go with the Raiders 6-7. At some point, they got to win a game. Hopefully, it's Sunday. Going with the Raiders.
All right, I got Raiders for Lockhart. I'm going to take Minnesota on that one.
All right. And again, I'm okay. That'll be the one game.
I believe in the Joshua Dobbs show.
Hey, the Dobbs show, he's doing this thing. That'll be the one game that I won't regret. Like, okay, I'm taking that one. Like, I'm really taking that one. Like, okay, Raiders, show me something. Like, I'm really trying to hype them up right now.
All right. Well, that's another one that we split on. So we'll see what we see when we see it.
It's gonna be a good week 14.
Yes, sir. Next 4:00 game is gonna be 4:25 in LA. The Chargers are hosting the Denver Broncos. Who you got, Lock?
Chargers hosting the Denver Broncos. Is this the one game that Lockhart says, finally, I'm going to go with them Broncos? No. But then again, I don't know, man. I wish we could come back to this one. Like, the Denver Broncos have shown, even with the loss this past week, I mean, they would have won what? They would have won 6 in a row. They would have got that win over Houston. Was it Houston?
Yeah.
They would have, and it wasn't like Houston rolled over them, you know? So, when I look at what the Denver Broncos are doing, I know you give all the credit to Sierra. Russell Wilson is doing his thing. He is really balling, man. He really is.
Yes, he is.
But I feel strong. I feel like LA is they've been doing their thing too. That's a tough one. But I am going to say the Chargers will hand Denver their second loss. Back loss.
2 losses in a row.
Yeah. 2 losses in a row for the Denver Broncos. They had a nice little run. They got the fans excited, but I think this is where they just got to sit down.
We splitting on this one. I got Denver.
You like Denver?
I still believe.
Denver, like yo.
I still believe.
Yeah, they like the number 2 team behind the Cowboys. You and Sierra. I'm gonna put a little picture to pop up. You, Sierra, and Russell, just one big happy family.
Hey, that's Lockhart, Russ. When you see me during Pro Bowl weekend, that's Lockhart.
Hey man, I ain't hating on you, hey Russell. My thing is, I just think I got a little bit more work to do. And again, he's been balling. He's been putting up his numbers. He's been meeting his quotas. He's been doing his thing. He's just going up against some competitive teams. And I just think the Chargers are going to definitely have their number come Sunday at 425.
Well, I believe Denver Broncos are going to go 7-6. They're going to surpass that 500 mark this season, thanks to the player Russell Wilson.
I know London and Ashley are going to be going for the Chargers, and that makes 3. And then now you,
yes.
Excuse me, going to be going for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
I'm going to be the opposite. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have 3 games left, and Lockhart still hasn't done his underdog pick of the week.
Oh, it's coming.
The next game is the Bills at the Chiefs. And that's going to be at the 4:25 mark in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium. Kansas City just took that L to Green Bay.
They did.
Green Bay.
They did.
Buffalo is struggling at 500 at 6-6. Who you got, man?
Hey, one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure. They not losing 2 in a row. Kansas City not losing 2 in a row. They're not going to lose in front of their home base. That's not happening. So I'm going with Kansas City and my homeboy, Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City runs through the Bills. That would have been a great pick. It's a great story for the Bills if they were to get that win. I think it'll be close in the first half, but I think Kansas City is going to kind of show everybody, hey, we're still the ones to keep your eye on. So I'm going KC, and that's it. That's West Coast, right?
Yeah, that's in Kansas City.
That's Midwest. Okay.
I've got Buffalo, man. And the reason why is Kansas City. They showed chinks in the armor when somebody is really gearing up their passing attack. Jordan Love put up numbers on Kansas City's defense.
He did. He exposed them.
And Josh Allen is nothing to sneeze at.
At you.
Stephon Diggs is nothing to sneeze at on offense.
At you.
That is the reason why I'm going to pick Buffalo, because if they can do the same thing and get as many yards passing and as many touchdowns in the air as Jordan Love and the Packers did in Green Bay,
right?
Kansas City has a problem.
Yeah, I don't think.
I know Josh Allen. Josh Allen has put up 400 yards at least 3 times this season.
And that's a good argument. I just don't see Kansas City and under the tutelage and leadership of Andy Reid all week preparing for the Bills to come in and take a loss. If you get that one, we might have to put a little extra change on that one. But I don't see Kansas City taking 2 L's, especially and again, this is not personal. Me and the players, we all get along. I just can't. I'm betting with Kansas City on this one. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, all right. Next game, I gotta do my Michael Irvin impersonation because
here we go.
The Eagles are coming to the Cowboys. The Eagles are coming to the Cowboys. They're gonna be in Big D. You know who I got? I got that. I got the Cowboys in Big D versus Philadelphia. This is the rematch. That's my Michael Irvin impersonation.
Okay,
go ahead, man.
Not bad. I don't have any impersonations, but I think that the Cowboys, it is going to be a tight game, and underdog in this one would be Cowboys, correct?
Yes. The Cowboys are 3. Yeah, they've got Cowboys at +3. The Eagles are the underdogs.
Oh,
go figure. So actually, you know what? I think why? Because if you look at the numbers, Dallas should have won in Philadelphia. I mean, there were first and goal with 28 seconds left on the clock, and they were only down. What was the final score? They lost by 3. Was it 3 or 5?
Yeah, I have to look that one up.
I think it was by 3. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look that up. But they were down. Dallas should have came out with that win at Philly. Down 3 or 5 on first and goal, and then they just imploded with 28 seconds left to go in the game. But the Eagles are underdog this week.
All right, we'll ring the bell. This is Lockhart's underdog pick of the week.
That's crazy because the Eagles are 12. The 10-2.
Eagles. And I went with Eagles last week. You boys let me down. I'm going with you. I'm going with you on week 14. You can't make me look bad on the office pool. You can't do it. Not 2 weeks in a row.
In my Michael Irvin voice, the Cowboys are going to show and prove who they are in Big D.
That's actually really good. That's actually better than the first time you did it. You said it with your chest. Hey, but so check it. Is that prime time? Is that
fight on that one?
Is that? Yeah. So you went in. You gave a lot of. You came from all deep, brought from here.
The Cowboys are going to win in Big D versus Philly. This is the rematch. Shout out to Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer.
Hey,
shout
man. Shout out to Michael Irvin, man. I'll be with Michael Irvin in Vegas for the Super Bowl, man. I hung out with him in Arizona the year before. I hung out with him when we were in LA. He was in our celebrity football game. That's when Wale won MVP, and he did that exact same thing. He was hyping up Wale for the MVP. I got to send you that clip, but you did a good impersonation. I got the Eagles over the Cowboys this Sunday. Is that prime time? Is that
that's prime time, baby. What's your score? What's your under over? What is it, baby? What is it? The under over is gonna be 40 points.
Yeah, under over. I'm going.
They're definitely gonna score more than 40 points.
Yeah, I'm going 28-24.
28-24 Philly.
Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go 35-21 Cowboys.
Oh, you said 25? And I had 25.
I'm sorry, 34. Yeah, 35-24 Cowboys.
35-24. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think it's coming down to a tiebreaker this week because I can look on the paper and see I got at least 2.
This ain't gonna be a close game.
There you go.
Cowboys all the way. All the way.
That sound more like Hulk Hogan than Michael Irvin.
Anyway, man,
it was good, and then it just started going towards Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
So this was our picks for NFL Week 14. Man, it's amazing. We only have 4 weeks to go after this in the NFL regular season. Man, we had so much fun doing this. I can't wait for the office pool to come to the Super Bowl so we can do our office pool picks with the Tracy McGrady T-Mac versus RG3.
Yes, sir.
Celebrity flag football game hosted by yours truly, man, Alex Lockhart and Lockhart Entertainment. I can't wait, bro.
Hey, it's going down, man. I can't wait for that. It's going to be a showdown, too. You got to think RG3's been talking all season after taking a loss to Tracy McGrady, and he's been on the air talking about what teams could use a quarterback and what do you do after retiring from the NFL. And now he's going to be on a stage on TV against Tracy McGrady, a basketball player. And now he's got to show off his arm in the celebrity flag football game. So I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive. I know RG3 is out there recruiting some players right now for this game. So if you can't, if you're not going to be in Vegas, you can tune into the Office Pool, or you can tune in to CBS NBC in Vegas and check out Celebrity Flag football game.
I can't wait for it, man. See if we can get one of those two on the Office Pool, man. Let's see if we can get T-Mac or RG3 on the Office Pool. I love that.
Or both. Yeah, see if we get them both.
Both. Yes.
Yeah.
Both. I would love to have both. That would be awesome.
Because you have a waiting list right now of people that want to get on, so it's just a matter of just us coordinating that.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, look, man, Alex, I love having you, man. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for being a part of the Office Pool team, man. And, I got to get you this week. I got to get you.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we got how many splits? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 splits.
Yeah, we got 5 splits. I got to get you this week, so we'll see.
It's always 5 splits.
Thank you for everybody for coming out, man. And if you want to join us, you can email us at theofficepool@gmail.com. Email us your picks. The pick sheets will go out. They'll be on our Facebook and Instagram page at _officepool on Gmail. On Facebook and Instagram. It's $3. You can send those to the Cash App or the PayPal links listed above in the show. Alex, I gotta take his money this week. He got me when I was sick, and I had to beat him by 5 points this week. So I gotta maintain my dominance. So
good luck with that.
Thank you guys, man, for coming out, man, and as always, from the Office Pool, from Lockhart Entertainment, we say God bless. Good night.
Let's go. Hey, remember to click and subscribe.
Yes, definitely click and subscribe.
Sorry. This ain't Calvin's. I hate working here.